We're going to play a short video, and then I'm just going to make a few comments. So we're going to go ahead and play the video.
We all love so many aspects of life in Louisiana: the beautiful landscapes, the rich culture, and the vibrant traditions. But beyond this beauty and celebration lies a profound challenge. Louisiana has some of the highest cancer rates in the United States. In an effort to improve these numbers, we formed the Cancer Advocacy Group of Louisiana. CAGLA is a grassroots force championing improved cancer care. Through our coalition of healthcare providers, community leaders, and survivors, we have fought for improved prevention, state-of-the-art treatments, and far-reaching policies. Our 100% success rate in legislation has improved lives across the state. In addition, our annual NeauxCancer conference has grown every year. Our expert panels, renowned keynote speakers, exhibitions, and abstract competitions are unlike anything else in the region. And we've done all of this without forgetting to have a good time. Even though we have created a powerful community and made great strides, Louisiana cancer patients need more, and they need it as fast as possible. That's why we have started a new initiative. With Team Patient, CAGLA aims to further accelerate progress in cancer care by fostering communication and collaboration between doctors, hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, and policymakers. We aim to unify all the stakeholders in our state with the goal of Louisiana beating the national averages of cancer statistics. Louisiana deserves to be in a new era where every voice is heard, where we strategize together, adding a force multiplier effect on cancer care efforts across our state. By strengthening the relationships between everyone involved, we can make huge strides in education, prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, ensuring that we are all unified in working on the side of Team Patient.
I don't know about you guys, but that video sure pumps me up. On behalf of CAGLA, I'd like to welcome all of you to our third annual NeauxCancer Oncology Conference. Thank you. I want to talk to you about our new Team Patient initiative, but before I do that, I want to talk to you about the three happiest moments of my life. So before I do that, I'm going to have to take you back to 1995. That cancer patient is me. I had one of the best summers of my life, summer of 1995. I interned in Washington, D.C. for U.S. Senator J. Bennett Johnston. And, and after coming back, after I left the internship, went back to LSU, my third year of college, and within a short period of time, I was quickly diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, stage 2B. I had a large mediastinal mass in my chest. My doctor said that it was choking me out and gave me a 50-50 chance of survival. But I'm happy to say that with good care, 6 months of chemotherapy and 2 months of radiation, I was able to experience one of the happiest moments of my life, the day that they told me that I was in remission. So I'm a huge Rocky fan, and so I told all my friends and family that my cancer was on the ropes and it was time for the knockout punch. So to get that point across, I decided to dress up as Rocky, and my hair was just starting to come back from chemotherapy. That was my last day of radiation treatment. The day they told me I was in remission. It was an interesting day in the radiation clinic. But that was a really, really happy day for me. And then, coincidentally, several years later, guess who's filming a movie 2 doors down from my house in Metairie? So I told him, I said, Mr. Stallone, I said, I'm a huge fan, and I said that, I used to watch your movies, to inspire me to beat the cancer, and I kind of hit him in the heart, and his response back to me was, "You want to take a boxing pick?" And so that was awesome. Met my hero. But cancer, I think like a lot of people, it changes you. It makes you want to do more. It makes you want to help people that are in the community that are battling cancer. So, so when I beat cancer, I decided I wanted to pay it forward, and I started my own cancer fundraiser. It was called New Orleans Lymphomaniac 70s Party. So this was a house party initially, the first year, for 50, 60 people. We didn't raise that much money, but everyone had so much fun. They said we have to do this every year. It ultimately grew to a party for 1,500 people at Mardi Gras World on the Mississippi River, catered by Copeland's Restaurant, one of the top restaurants in the city. And so, when we ultimately did some really good things. I mean, the money that we raised went to grants to low-income cancer patients. We ended up raising over $1 million for low-income cancer patients over the course of 15 years. So, I mentioned that cancer changed me, and it did. If you can believe this, it made me more determined, more persistent. And it's also what gave me the confidence to chase down the prettiest girl in New Orleans and get her to marry me. My second happiest day of my life, May 12th, 2018. My wife's awesome. My wife's awesome. If I'm I've said this before, if I'm the force behind CAGLA, she's the force behind me. So when she believes in me, I feel like I can run through a brick wall. And she's also the reason for the happiest day of our life, which is about actually 4 weeks ago. So my wife and I had a healthy 7-pound, 10-ounce baby boy. His name is Christian August Landry. We call him Augie. One of my friends said when I told him that we're going to call him Augie, he said, "That sounds like the name of the guy that's responsible for bringing the kegs to the fraternity party." And I said, if he's anything like his dad, that'll be about right. So very, very happy moment for me. I've gotten the question from people that are involved in CAGLA, well, now that you're a dad, are you going to lower your expectations for CAGLA, have less ambitious goals and things like that? And it's actually to the contrary. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people in this room know, when you become a parent and you see life through the kid's eyes, or your son's eyes, you become more optimistic on life. I'm reinvigorated. I'm energized like never before. So, and that's a big reason why we're rolling out a new initiative called the Team Patient Initiative. Louisiana has the 5th highest cancer mortality rate in the nation, with 218 Louisianians dying from the disease annually. Is this acceptable to you, the people that live in this state? It's kind of interesting when you think about it. It basically makes us the 45th worst state out of 50. Can you imagine if LSU football was 45th in the country every year? The public outcry that we would have from Louisiana. I don't know how we transfer that energy over to this or addressing this, but we're going to try to do it with our Team Patient Initiative. So our Team Patient Initiative basically, we're gonna put together a joint task force led by our scientific advisory board, and we're gonna engage and recruit all the different members from all the different components of the cancer ecosystem. So the way that we see it. So we've got the patients. We're gonna get more patients involved with what we're doing, and we're gonna get policymakers involved with our Team Patient Initiative through this joint task force. We're going to get pharmaceutical companies involved, the hospital systems involved, more physicians involved, and basically the job of this joint task force is to come up with a roadmap, basically a list of strategic initiatives where we can all agree on, and with the goal of being improving cancer outcomes in Louisiana so that we're no longer 45th in the country. I know a lot of you might be thinking that that's impossible, but a lot of people thought when we started CAGLA in 2019 that there's no way you're going to have a 100% success rate at the Louisiana legislature, your little group of community leaders and physicians, and then ultimately we did, and we passed 10 bills into law. A lot of people thought, what makes you think that you can do a medical oncology conference and have huge support from pharma and get all these doctors from all over the state and outside the state? And so look where we are now. We have the largest general oncology conference in the Gulf South. All those things sound impossible, and you might be wondering, why does CAGLA want to do the impossible? But like Dr. Matrana's, one of his idols and business mentors says, it's kind of fun to do the impossible, and that's why CAGLA wants to do it. Before I conclude my talk, I just want to tell you one last story. So I mentioned earlier that I had initially formed Lymphomaniacs, and in 2017, we initially formed Lymphomaniacs and to give grants to low-income cancer patients. In 2017, one of the recipients of that grant was a guy named Jeffrey Lips. And so Jeffrey Lips lived here in New Orleans. He was battling pancreatic cancer. He got $1,000 from Lymphomaniacs at the grant ceremony. And he was really touched by that grant that folks in the community would support him by giving him $1,000. And the money, they can use it on anything they want. So he ultimately passed away a year later, and his mother called me. That's her in the picture, Miss Carol Norville. And she said, look, she says, my son, who she was the caretaker, was so touched by your $1,000 gift that he wants to pay it forward. We were coming back. We were coming back from one of his chemotherapy appointments, and he said, Mom, I know what I want to do with a portion of my life insurance proceeds. And she said, what? He goes, I want to carve out $6,000 and give it to Lymphomaniacs so we can give it to more patients to pay it forward. And so, I've never had that, where somebody's putting us in their will to do that. So she said, yeah, he bought a lounge chair, a Lazy Boy lounge chair for me and him so that we could, watch movies after he got chemotherapy. And he just was so happy with that he wanted to pay it forward. So I was like, wow, we have to have a special grant ceremony just to give out those 6 $1,000 grants. So that's Jeanette, my wife, and Carol Norville, his mother, and me. And she's holding a picture of me giving Jeffrey the grant at the grant ceremony. So it was a really, really powerful thing. So I want to, right now I'd like all of you just to kind of reach into your conference goodie bag, if you have it, and pull out the challenge coin. This is our CAGLA/Team Patient challenge coin. And in honor of Jeffrey and everyone else that we lost to cancer, CAGLA would like to challenge everyone in this room to figure out a way to pay it forward. If that means getting involved with our Team Patient Initiative, great. If you work in a clinic setting, everyone can always do more. Do it through your professional job. The drug companies, the policymakers, we all need to figure out a way to pay it forward the way Jeffrey did. If Jeffrey Lips, who had no means, can figure out a way to help 6 people, we have 300 people in this room. If everyone helped 6 people, that'd be 1,800 people that we would be able to help. So CAGLA would like to challenge all of you to do that. If you're interested in getting involved with our Team Patient Initiative, all of you are part of that cancer ecosystem that we laid out. Please reach out to us. We're going to be pretty active on that, and we'll come back on an annual basis and report back to you, like, these are our objectives and this is the success that we've had. So I'd like to thank all of you for your support of our CAGLA conference. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to our group. I hope you guys really enjoy it. So thank you very much.